Okay. Thanks, Jordan. All right. Injury update. Like I told you guys, Quinshawn, he'll get surgery this week up here. Expect him to make full recovery. And like we talked about last night, knowing the kid, he'll bounce back better than ever. So disappointed for him, but he's in good hands and he will bounce back. Like we talked about the game last night. Just felt like in these games versus good football teams, you're going to be in a battle and you got to come through um, in the end, and we did not. That's the frustrating part. Obviously, there's good things throughout a game like that, but disappointed to not be able to finish in that fourth quarter based on where we were. But with that, I'll take any questions.
All right, first question will go to Scott.
Hey, Kevin, did Quinshawn have any knee damage? I thought there was some early reporting that said he might be evaluated for that.
No, sir.
Okay. And then with Shadur, the completion percentage was much better yesterday, and I know he talked about that a lot last week. What did you see being the key to the improvement there?
I think every one of these games are different, Scott, and how you have to play the position and what the defense is giving you. It's so different week to week. I thought he made really good decisions throughout the game. You're going to have your plays that there's throws down the field, and if they're not there, you check it down and you can make good yards. So I thought, by and large, good decisions.
Thanks.
All right, next we'll go to Jeff.
Hey, Kevin, when Shadur was analyzing his own performance yesterday, he said that maybe there's times when he should have gotten rid of the ball sooner. Is that one of the more difficult steps for a quarterback to making his progress?
I think all of it it's a process, and you certainly progress with each one of these tests that you get in each one of these moments and defenses that you go against. And there are things that every single player is working on throughout their season, techniques that they're working on, fundamentals that they're working on. That's no different for a young quarterback. I think Shador has made strides in a bunch of areas. Are there plays and times and things that he can do better? Absolutely. And that's why he's working. That's why he's working so hard.
He's talking in particular about that 4th and 2 play. When you watch that back today, did you see that? Yeah, maybe he could have thrown the ball to Harold Fannin.
We'll learn from every single one of those plays, and obviously feel good about him in those moments. He'll come through. We came up short yesterday as a football team, but I have all the faith in the world in Shador. I have all the faith in the world in our players in those moments.
Thank you.
All right, next we'll go to Cam.
Hey, Kevin, I know you were asked about them last night too, but just what does it say that once Quinshawn had to leave with that injury, the role that Travion and Rocket were able to step into, the things they were able to do on the field?
Yeah, I was really pleased with those guys, and they've been with us now for Rocket's been with us for a bit here. Obviously, got Travion back a couple weeks back, but he was with us, so both guys really understand what we're doing with our schemes. I thought they both had really good moments. Rocket had a couple hard yards in there where he, ran between the tackles, kept his legs moving. Obviously, Travion made some plays in the pass game as well. So we're counting on those guys, and we'll be counting on them this week as well.
Thank you.
Next one to Joe.
Hey, Kevin, since it's day 21 on Deshaun, just any update whether he'll be activated at a roster or he just remains on IR the rest of the year?
Yeah, no update today. I believe the window expires tomorrow, Joe, so I'll have an update for you guys tomorrow.
Okay, and then just what's the progress on Dylan so far, and how do you kind of see maybe the depth chart on running back shaking out the next couple weeks?
Yeah, Dylan Sampson continues to get better by the day. We'll see what that looks like for this week. We'll take in information, but feel good about the guys that we have, and they'll be ready to step up.
Okay, and then just last thing, Shador and his scrambling ability, and I know he finishes a leading rusher, but just what did you think about the scrambles, but also just a peace of mind too with taking the slides and everything when it was available instead of taking hits?
Yeah, those were huge plays in that ball game. We talked during the week about we thought there may be some moments that he'll be able to tuck it and go, and I thought he did a nice job Early, there was the one where kind of bouncing around the pocket, had two hands on the ball, then went forward and made a huge play. Another time they were playing man and everything kind of flushed out in front of him, went vertical, made a huge play. So those are very, very real yards. It's a tough dynamic for a defense to have to defend the quarterback when he tucks it and can go. So that's all part of his game. Obviously, then you want to make sure that your quarterback's being smart at the end of those runs to make sure that he's taking care of himself as well.
Okay, thanks.
All right, next we go to Tony.
Kevin, now that Judkins' surgery has been scheduled and his injury diagnosed, what is the timetable? Would he be ready for training camp or September or?
Yeah, I don't have an update on that, Tony. I'll update you guys when appropriate.
Okay. And the other thing was, even though Shador's completion percentage improved and your third down conversion rate improved, kind of lost the long ball in all of this. So was that by necessity or just the way the game went or what?
Yeah, I think when you watch it, you always go into a game understanding the defense that you're playing and the things that they do that maybe precludes you from taking some of those plays. Doesn't mean you don't call them and take them when they're there. But I'd say you have to go into every game understanding that the defense has a plan of attack and have to take what they give you.
Thank you.
Next to Mary Kay.
Yeah, Kevin, wondering what did you see on film in regards to some of the batted passes, and then also on the first interception that went off Quinshon's hands? It looked like it was thrown a little bit behind him. And just wondering if that's how you saw that.
Yeah, I'd say, listen, we're always looking to be as precise as we can in the pass game. Sometimes tip balls are a part of this game. Like I mentioned to you guys yesterday, we have Shelby Harris is outstanding at that on our side of seeing when the quarterback's getting ready to get rid of the ball. So we'll learn from those. I think as a coach, you always want to teach off of those and say hey, maybe you can be better with your eyes. Maybe you can be better with your feet, those type of things. Maybe it's wait for another window to throw it in, but you just learn from all of those.
Thank you.
Great, next we go to Scott.
Hey, Kevin, there's a specific play Shadur was talking about after the game. He thought it was on the last drive, and he said there's a vertical through route, and then he was going to go to the dagger, and the mic kind of peeled off. So he didn't throw it there. So first of all, did you see it the same way? And then is that just part of the whole process? Because he said then he needed to get the check down quicker, but he didn't on that play. So can you just kind of take me through that? And is that just when you talk about the progress he's making in this whole rookie season? Is that an example of that?
Well, I think you really could take every play as a coach and Shador as a player. You could take every play and get on the board and talk about all of it. And there's so much that goes into it. There's so much nuance that goes into it. And then you got to tip your cap. Sometimes the defense makes a play. So those situations we will learn from. All of us, Shador, all of our young players, learning from some of these situations that you get put in, and learn from the defenses you're going against. Learn from when it may be time to throw it away, when it may be time to take the underneath play. All those things I think add up, and certainly late in those ball games, those are the moments that we're going to learn from, so we can be better the next time they roll around.
Thanks.
All right, we'll go back to Mary Kay.
Yeah, Kevin, just wondering what will be a point of emphasis for Shador for this week against the Steelers? Will it be, I'm sure that protecting the ball is always paramount for you guys, but what would you say you're going to be looking for in this sixth start for him?
Yeah, I think it's going to be building off of all the things that we're doing right now, Mary Kay, and the really good things that we're doing, and then it's going to be a matter of understanding this defense, this Pittsburgh defense, which is different than the team we played before. Obviously, Shador did not play in the first Pittsburgh game, so first time versus that group. So you really have to spend a lot of time this week getting to know this defensive front, their coverages, those type of things.
Thank you.
All right, that wraps us up. Thanks, everyone.